Take that home with you.
Do some deep reflection.
Hey, Anton, I believe the girls who are taking the responsibility, right? Accountability, or the woman who say, "Nigga, I'm gonna do this with or without you." Because you know you got those women be like, "I ain't doing nothing unless you do this. I'm gonna put you on child support. I'm gonna sit there." Some women ain't even waiting for that shit because they know they got to do it regardless.
Exactly.
Damn, tick for tat.
So those are the people that's taking responsibility of the shit that they supposed to be taking responsibility of. Like, this my son. I'm you know what I mean?
Too many women clapping. Anton's about to say he's wrong.
No, because most of the guys that I know that got full custody of their children, they don't. No.
All two of them niggas.
It's probably one or two.
All two of
Most
them
of the guys, most of the guys that I know that have full custody of their children, they do not put the woman on child support. They don't do that.
And he shouldn't.
No, you know why they don't do that? Because they still leave the door open for her to participate in the child's life. That's why they do it.
And women don't do that.
They do that. How many men?
No. Listen, forget.
How many
They
men
do
you
it.
Man, Anton, man, he be spitting some, man. Let's let him keep cooking.
know that are single fathers?
Forget this, because I know y'all gonna keep blaming men. Men love harder than women. They honest. No. It's the reason why if they catch a woman cheating, then it breaks them. They love way harder than women. Most of these guys that y'all walk away from, if it was an option for y'all to come back, they would leave the door open for y'all to come back. That's the honest to God truth. A lot of y'all choose to walk away because you want something different than what you already got. That's the facts. Listen. He deal with y'all when y'all have y'all made up postpartum.
Made up postpartum.
Damn.
Fucking wow.
Hold on.
Now you know what?
Made up
That's
postpartum.
wild. That's wild.
Never take that shit to work.
I had your kid, and now you feel like you're doing me a favor dealing with me. What the fuck type shit is that?
I extended your lineage, and you did me a favor?
I put my life on the line to have your
I didn't
child.
make this decision on my own.
And my
Y'all never
postpartum
take postpartum to work.
He said some straight
That was
bullshit.
wild. That was wild, bro. That's wild.
You never take
That's wild.
postpartum to work.
Yeah.
I know women that have postpartum every time they have a period. Come on, I'm
No.
a
It's
bitch.
called hormones.
That's called PMDD.
No, that's called the devil trying to get up out of you.
No, it's called hormones.
Listen.
What is going on, bro?
Yeah, facts.
So we gonna make everything biblical versus do all off science
Listen,
what we know.
Bro, y'all guys every single day put their lives on the line every day to make sure that y'all taken care of and provided for.
Tyrone not even paying the motherfucking
They endure through all of the.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He fighting the other gangs in the street for y'all, man. What you mean? He holding down the block. Hey, he getting that dirty money for you, baby. Like what? Yeah, he is.
Bullshit that y'all put up.
Sometimes.
And the only thing that y'all can say is that I have to do what's best for me and my kid when you walking out the door.
Factual.
That is a selfish
Because if you breaking me
statement.
down, what am I saying? How are you helping me? How are you helping this child?
How come I never hear
How is
from
that selfish to
how
leave?
come I never hear from any guy that says I walked away because she was breaking me down? They endured through that shit. They endured through that
I
shit.
know men that leave.
So I'm
I
saying
know men that
It
leave.
sounds like women have better boundaries than men.
What? No.
It sounds like women have a better understanding.
You know what
of
they
themselves
telling
and
y'all
what
today?
They deserve.
You know what they
This
telling?
whole thing is self-preservation.
You know what they telling
when it
y'all
comes to us
today?
women.
They telling y'all, give a fuck about them. Don't care. This is what they want. When you don't care and you lie to them, they love you more.
Facts.
When you real with them and you really trying to hold them down, they don't give a fuck about you.
Facts.
I'm telling you. All they telling you to do is to not give a fuck about them, because the dudes that slept with them and gave them the kids was the one that didn't give a fuck about them. The nice guy finished last 100 times out of 100.
But he still finishes.
100 times out of 100. At some point, y'all gonna have to understand that y'all are the ones that's causing the destruction of these families and this culture right now.
So it's not the
every
men that's
single
creating
day.
these families and walking.
Every day.
It's
the
not
men,
All
the men that
because we
create
don't
these
wanna
men
put
that
up with
they
all this
let
shit.
y'all choose for yourselves, y'all chose wrong 100 times
Every
out of
time.
100.
Per you.
No, y'all did.
Per you.
Better for what? What do I got to look forward to?
Better for their family, better for their
Better
partner,
for their kids.
Better is worse. Listen, the better I get, the more you don't want me. Y'all want.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Hello.
He just spewing
bullshit. The reason why y'all don't
bullshit.
want these ain't shit niggas, because if you got a dude that's on something, you got to be on something. But you ain't shit. But you ain't shit.
I think like, well, I'm gonna let him finish.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you a question, baby. Let me ask you a question. Why do women call the dude that is the good guy a lame?
Why do y'all be thinking just because you ain't got no mic, so you can't answer. I'm gonna answer for you. Just because a dude appears to be, a decent human being, you're not cheating, you're not putting your hands on people and all that don't make you a good guy. You can still be a piece of shit. You can be
Mental
a quiet,
can be
you
fucked.
can be a quiet piece of
Mental can be fucked.
Yeah, bro, the brains are cooked.
No, that ass. We be like, oh, he's a nice guy. Why? Because he don't beat your ass.
What's a good guy? What's a good guy?
He still break you instantly.
No.
What's a good guy?
This is why I just paid for that lead.
What's the good guy to a man? What's a good guy? No, I'm asking you, nigga.
I'm a
It's a
great
man
guy.
with all the
So
answers.
tell me, what makes you a great guy?
What makes me great is that I'm the personification of what I would want my daughter to marry.
Okay, so explain it. Tell us what.
But we asking for like
That's what makes me
qualifications.
Okay.
What are qualifications?
I like that.
What's
That's
the
that was
qualification?
good. That was a good statement.
What do men have to meet?
Oh my lord.
It's the Motion Array Epic
You gotta
Holiday
eat
Sale.
now.
Like, what criteria do they have to meet to be
That's what I wanna
considered a good man?
If you didn't have your daddy, you wouldn't know no way.
No, 2K.
Even
No.
if it was
Let him
in your
answer.
face.
Let him answer this question.
Yeah.
Let him answer.
You gotta go.
Let him answer.
Listen, half y'all that had good men, you didn't know he was a good man because you never had a man. So, all right, I'm gonna answer this question in full.
Come on.
But it depends on what age you are. See, and this is why I don't talk. This is why I don't talk to women, because they don't want the context. So, if you are 19, 20, 21, 22, you don't have to have money. You're supposed to be broke unless you're doing it the wrong way. So, the definition of a good guy is a guy that got good character and great work ethic, and he loved God. That's all he got to have at that young age.
At that young
Now,
age, yeah.
it's different for a guy that's 35, 40, 45, 50.
For sure.
Okay? Because then he has to have the results, and you can look at his life and pretty much tell what type of guy he's going to be for you with the results that he's gotten and the people that he's affected in his life.
Yeah.
So the definition of a good guy is supposed to be a guy that aligns with where you would want your life to go. That's it. It's simple as that. Some people got different criteria depending on their spirituality. A good guy is a guy that believes in God and then he's focused. Some people got a different criteria depending on whether or not his finances that's aligned with where it is that they're trying to go and whether he can boost her up and then take her to a certain space, right? So the criteria and the context is going to change from person to person. But ultimately, I see women pick over and skip over the guy that they were supposed to. Most women have skipped over the guy that they were supposed to be.
He was
with.
ugly.
And that, see? You see what I'm saying? Thank you for being.
You see. Yeah. That's funny, bro. Well, like she just said,
I mean, I guess what they say, you can't negotiate attraction.
You cannot negotiate attraction. It's either they like you or they don't, bro. It's really that's really how simple it is.
Honest though.
I'm
But
gonna
I
you
feel
with
like-
somebody
can
I'm
I-
not physically attracted to.
Exactly. I gotta settle. Like, I'm gonna put it like this. You have to
man
settle.
would
for
not
a guy
settle.
with money and he ugly too.
That's
Yes,
I agree with
they
that.
do.
They do that all the time.
About
They do that all the
He
time.
not lying. He not lying.
He's
But
not
lying.
in that sense,
It's stupid.
I guess she
Women
feel like
morals
this.
change based off
If
the
he
nigga.
broke and can't provide and he ugly, why?
But
Why?
you putting all of the worst things together, right?
Right.
I'm talking about. you
9 times
cannot
out of
tell
10,
me-
it's usually not gonna be like that. Like,
Yeah.
even if he's still broke, he's still gonna have maybe a good body. He's still gonna have something that appeals to the opposite gender for him to still keep getting them. Because I've seen guys be older and be broke and still get a bunch of that thrown at him. So she's trying to at that point, if he's down bad like that, bro, he ain't getting nothing.
Like, why you even talking to this guy in the first place?
Yeah, nah, like usually, but even then, he could still, if he goes through the pile enough, he could still find him something, regardless of that.
That you haven't run into guys in your lifetime. That was a good dude.
No, I never said I haven't.
So why didn't you pick him?
Because that wasn't what I wanted.
Oh
I don't
my
have to
God, bro. Yo, they can't be serious right now. Are they? I mean, look, these are the honest thoughts that they don't want to express. This is the stuff that we be talking about. These are the things that they don't want to express when they go like, why didn't you want him? Well, it's because, we're not in alignment. The stars don't align. And it's always some BS excuse, but that's really what it comes down to. It's all superficial based at the end. I mean, yes, the first thing you see is appearance. That's what you're attracted to first. Then you can get to know personality. Now, there's some people who can overlook the appearance to get to the personality. But at the end of the day, you gotta, what they call it, bite the bullet. If you choose to be superficial and you get screwed over, that's your problem, bro.
Exactly. So if it wasn't who you wanted, then you have to take responsibility for who you chose.
Facts.
I'm not saying.
Man. Glad we saw this one, bro. Yeah. Facts.
You right about that too. You're right about that.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good. That was very good. One thing I wanted to say fair use. Shout out to Anton. Shout out to their group, whatever. I see them doing a stand-up conversation. I don't know. It's similar to a guy on TikTok. His name is Trill. He has a group. They do the same thing. I don't know if Anton decided to do something similar, but I think these are pretty good. These are pretty. It's something that I'm not used to seeing often. Because at first I thought they were usually doing this like on their own pod or room somewhere, but this must be like some kind of like location people go to and pay to watch the show or be a part of the show or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
But long story short, there's a lot of good things that was expressed in here. For the most part, you like who you like and you get what you deserve. Right? Everybody. This is everybody. This is not just one person. So you like what you like and you get what you deserve, right? You could really simplify it to that. And I remember there was a guy saying, it was a rich guy. He was saying this. He said, why do the people who did everything right have to suffer for the people who did everything wrong? And I think that's what these type of conversations, that's what the conclusion comes to. At the end of the day, who she ends up with, that's her business. Nobody's really concerned about that. The thing that's concerning is when they expect the rest of the community to take care of them because their dude wouldn't do it. That's where the issue comes. It's like, why do I have to pay more taxes? Why do I have to go into my own pockets to help take care of people that I have nothing to do with? Don't you have a heart? Aren't you kind? Like, no, I don't have a heart for people like that. No. Yeah, people who were disenfranchised, who were just put in bad scenarios. Yeah, but you chose to be with somebody. It didn't work out. You didn't do the right things. You didn't, like she said, you were short, you were ugly. You had all these bad excuses for your bad decision-making skills. And now you're trying to justify it instead of just taking responsibility and just being like, hey, we're going to tough it out. But what I also get what Anton's saying is when he said, like, how come it's always my kid? At the end of the day, it's y'all kid. You can't just try to solo claim it. And a lot of them do that. They be trying to like, oh, I got to pay the bills for me and my kid. I got to do everything I got to do as a mom. And no, it's y'all kid. At the end of the day, you can't have that baby on your own. You need the seed for it to happen. So I always correct them on that whenever they start talking like that around me. I'll be like, nah, it's y'all kid. Not your kid, y'all kid. But the long story short of it, I think it's come to a point where it's kind of like the people who are smart enough, they get their resources and they go elsewhere because they're trying to tax the rich more just because you guys ain't making the right decisions to help each other out. That's not fair to them. I mean, yeah, they've cheated people. Of course, I'm not like protecting the wealthy class, and I'm not a part of them. But at the same time, it's also important to discuss the fact of why it's. It seems like the responsibility is always put back on the man, even when he's not involved in the situation.
Hey man, you're the one. You're the one who has the brain. You're the man. You're supposed to figure it out.
Is that right?
Congratulations!
I mean, look. I mean, some of the opinions the women were saying on there was actually their actual feelings why they had a supposed good man and why it never worked out because one, he was short or he was ugly. And I mean, this was the whole dating thing, in this time period of what we living in, and it's kind of like mainly looks based first, especially when it comes to social media and stuff, and women talking about the kind of guys they like. They always strongly suggest they want a man who looks very nice to the eyes. But you got to know that if a guy looks very nice to the eyes of other women, other girls are gonna want him as well. And depending on how you are, I mean, he might not be the only person, he's going to be talking to you. So you have to have shown him something that garners for him to put all his attention on you. And, and the way, women describe how they want the woman to be and the guy, but this, that, and the third is like, they put all these greater attributes on the guy. And it's like, okay, for yourself, what are you as a woman are doing for him that makes him want to stay being along around you long term? And usually some of them, they're only good for the looks or their body, because that's what, they're trying to promote in your face. And, they could do a million flips and tricks and shake their booty all kinds of ways.
All kinds of ways, up and down and all around, man.
Yeah, it may look appealing. I ain't gonna lie, it looks appealing, but it's like, I feel like a lot of girls would show off themselves off sensually, and let's use the common thing.
Another thing to note, take down is that times have changed. I feel like how our dads and granddads era is not the same because, obviously they can go to work now, they can go to school, they can do all the things that we can do. So it's kind of like they look at life from a, I guess you could say masculine view, like the way dudes look at it, because now they feel like they're on the same level as dudes, which is why a lot of them try to compete with us. You know what I'm saying? So if you were a dude before, you probably would have got what you needed back then without much hassle because they needed you guys, they needed them. But now it's just kind of like, oh, we don't need them. So in their mind, they think that we still get used either way, but it's just that now we're getting it for much less. So, but then now they don't realize they're plummeting their own value by doing that too. Selling themselves, doing all other stuff. They're dropping their value down as well because of that. Because y'all come down a dozen. Like same typical story when you run across a whole bunch of them. Like it's the same typical rhetoric with them. So that's something that I also wanted to add in on that. It's like they're looking at relationships from a masculine view. So it's kind of like, oh, I don't got to deal with the guy that's less than. I can go for who I actually want because now I have money and education. My bad. Education. They usually don't have the M part. They usually have just the education. It's like, oh, I'm up here. I can get this, but they fail to understand that we look at them from that point of view. We look at them from the attraction standpoint. We don't care if they have money, education, whatever they have. That's not going to appeal to us.
As long as you do the basic things as an adult like you're supposed to do,
yeah,
then that's really all that matters,
That's really all that matters. But good conversation. I think they was in Detroit, right? I think more people should do more of these, man. Do more conversations. Be cool to see. Maybe eventually we could do something like that. Maybe they don't throw apples and potatoes at us. Like trying to just tear us down or whatever. But yeah, that's all we have for this one, man.
Well, with that being said,
Shout
if
out
you
to
guys like the video and or have anything you want to say about the video, what they said on the panel, or our opinions, tell us about what you think. Leave that in the comment section down below, and also help us to get to 2K subscribers before the year is over. We're almost there. and be greatly appreciated. And also, if you want to support us by getting the merch as well, we have the link underneath in the description box. So once again, we appreciate you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, don't forget the notification bell if you haven't already. If you guys have any recommendations or feedback, you hit us up on our social media or email down below. And we see you guys in the next video.
Peace.